heard about before.
Join us as we dig into the cases that keep us up at night, wondering what goes on in those small towns with big secrets.
You can find us anywhere that you stream or download podcasts. Just search for Homestead Horrors.
See you guys soon.
We're back.
We're back from that potential advertisement. Did you like it?
I'm going to open our beer. I'm done with this story.
Oh my gosh, Caitlin's brutal. Well, that's a
really good segue.
Yeah.
Good job. This is not from Ireland because
why.
Because the only other beer from Ireland is Guinness.
And it's in her fridge.
I do have a Guinness sitting in my fridge and I forgot to bring it. Fucking sue me. We've all had Guinness. You know what it tastes like.
I love that. That's
Shut
true.
the fuck up. This is one of those Ballhornen since 1987.
We've had one of theirs before.
Yeah. Anderson Valley.
Mm-hmm.
On the can is a bear with moose antlers.
We've had their chai solstice.
Actually, those are caribou antlers, not moose antlers. It's a bear with I shouldn't fucking know. I'm from Alaska.
How do you know?
Because those are caribou antlers.
What's the difference? Oh, the mooses have the ones that look like flappy pancakes.
What? They're antlers? No.
They're like kind of like rounder at the top.
Okay. We're going to give Sarah a lesson on animals. But these are definitely caribou or deer. They're not moose for sure. Anderson Valley Extra Dry Brutal IPA. 6.8%.
Oh,
it's a solar-powered brewery.
What?
That's cool.
I didn't know that. We missed that last time.
It's a solar-powered brewery.
Cool. Oh.
I've only been Ballhornen since 1991.
Me too. That's when I started horning my... Nope. Not gonna finish that sentence. So it's fine.
I can't. I can't.
Sometimes
Goddamn you, Sarah Party.
I don't always think. It's fine. I am excited to ballhorn this beer, though. Is your story going to wow me?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Fuck yeah there, bud. Evan always says there, you want to rip there, bud? Thanks. Sante. Or sluncha, as they say in
Gesundheit.
Ireland. Oh, God. It smells like
my God, this is delicious.
Okay, I didn't taste it yet because it smells like the perfume aisle in Macy's.
This is delicious.
Am I wrong about the perfume aisle in Macy's?
Yes, you're wrong. It smells hoppy.
I don't love it. What kind of hops are that?
Your mom.
You mean your mother used to go with the fairies? Doesn't say what kind of hops they used.
I turned to talk.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Fine. I talked during your whole story. No, I didn't. I was good. Okay. Okay. I have a story that I bet you've never heard of.
If it's Bridget Cleary, I'm going to be very disappointed.
I am going to tell you the story of Bridget Cleary.
Oh my God, you got me. Did you see my face? I almost choked on my beer.
She almost spit it out.
Well, you were like Bridget, and I was like, no way. And you're like Cleary, and I was like, what?
Do you think that's the same? Do you think they could be the same person? I mean, mine involves fairies and a husband who kills his wife. Do you think they're the same? Have you ever heard of the Kerry Babies? Why is that funny, you bitch?
Is that insensitive? I don't know what the Clary Babies are.
It's Kerry Babies, but yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, and I didn't know about the Kerry Babies, and I don't know about them.
Okay, I'll tell
Kerry
you.
Babies.
I'll tell you.
Oh, poor Kerry Babies.
Okay. Sources: Irish Examiner, an article by Donald Hickey. Another article on the Irish Examiner by Joyce Fagan.
Okay.
Irish Times, an article by Harry McGee.
Just another Harry McGee over there, am I right?
Right, because that's what you say when someone like drinks too much. You're like, boozy McGee over there.
Mr. Harry McGee.
Sorry, Harry. Another article on Irish Times by Anne Lucy. Wikipedia, thetimes.uk, article by John Burns and Katie Hayes. BBC, an article on CNN by Cara Fox, and then Irish Central. My only trigger warning is that this story, I'm going to talk about the death of 2 babies, and one of them is a brutal murder. And there is a movie loosely based on this story, but like their names are different and stuff, but it's called Out of Innocence.
Okay.
And it stars Fiona Shaw, and she is the one who played Dudley's mom in Harry Potter.
Oh.
I don't know why I say Potter is so
Dudley?
weird.
Dudley. I don't know why.
34? But last year they were 36.
That was pretty good.
We're going to buy you 2 new presents. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
This case starts on the evening of April 14th, 1984. A man named Jack Griffin was going for a jog along White Strand Beach near Kerry. He spotted what he thought was a doll on the sand next to an empty, giant fertilizer bag. As he got closer, he was horrified to see that it was not a doll, because it's never a fucking mannequin.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It was the body of a baby boy who appeared to have fallen out of the plastic bag and washed on the shore with the tide.
Oh, my God.
This is the only brutal part, and the only detail to get into is all the detail there is.
The only details, I'm going to give her all of them.
Oh, you're going to regret that laugh, Sarah.
Oh, okay.
The boy had been stabbed almost 30 times, including twice in the heart, like a newborn baby.
They're not that big.
Yeah, it's insane.
Okay.
I'm going to say this way wrong. The the police.
Yeah,
They're the Gardaí.
Okay.
They were called, obviously, as well as local undertaker Tom Cornane, who baptized the baby on the spot and christened him John.
Oh, that's sweet.
So baby John's murder obviously launched a giant investigation that quickly, immediately basically probed into the locals' private lives. The Gardaí moved fast. They investigated pretty much everyone in town. They looked into suspected incest cases, extramarital affairs. They looked into every woman who was known to be pregnant, essentially anyone who might want to get rid of a baby.
Yeah, because who stabs a baby to death? My God.
This is brutal.
Yeah.
The investigation wasn't loved by the public, though, because it was seen as a sexual profile of the area, because they're looking into people extramarital, all this stuff, right?
Sure. Could unveil things the community doesn't want out there.
Right. Just because I'm cheating doesn't mean I killed a baby.
Yeah,
Leave
exactly.
me alone.
Now everyone knows I cheated on someone and I'm not a baby murderer.
Yeah. There were pleas in the media for the mother to come forward, but they went unanswered. And all leads in the area were checked and exhausted and checked again. The investigation went nowhere. So the Gardaí.
Giardia.
Giardia. I was going to say gonorrhea. No.
The gonorrhea police.
Also known as doctors.
You ever had them called on you?
Also known as doctors. The Gardaí investigation went nowhere, and they became convinced the person responsible for baby John's death didn't live in the area. They were like, we checked everyone. Murderer clearly doesn't live here. The investigation would blow up on April 30th, about 2 weeks later. So on April 30th, a name was brought to the attention of the Gardaí, Joanne Hayes. Joanne was 25. She was a single mother of one from Abbey Dorney, a town about 50 miles away from where baby John was found. Joanne had been having an affair with a married man named Jeremiah Locke, and the two already had a daughter together, and Joanne was pregnant with baby number 2. But Jeremiah was still married, had a family, so Joanne lived by herself with their daughter. So on April 13th, the day before John was found. Sorry. So he was on April 14th. So on the 13th, Joanne went to the hospital claiming that she had a miscarriage. She went to the hospital and was like, I miscarried, I'm bleeding, all this stuff, right? Well, so the hospital did an examination and they found that she had recently given birth to a full-term baby.
Oh.
So the hospital obviously called the Gardaí, and the Gardaí immediately linked her. Oh, not immediately. Sorry. A few weeks later, when her name popped up, they linked her to baby John. So the Gardaí believed that, oh, great, this is our person. She was pregnant. She went to the hospital, said she had a miscarriage, but she didn't. So she's considered a murder suspect in baby John's death, just on this information alone. So Joanne is arrested on May 1st, and she's brought in with her family. They live out on this farm, and both Joanne and most of her immediate family initially admit to the murder of the baby, but they all later recant. And Joanne tells police that, and this story gets fucking insane. Joanne tells police that she did have a baby, but her baby had been born on her family farm and died. She said she wasn't sure if he was stillborn or if he died right after, but she had a baby who immediately died. And it was kind of hard to tell. Some articles said he died of natural causes. Some articles were like, oh, they examined him and he was stillborn.
Yeah, but either way, he was not alive for long, if he was at all.
And not the same baby as baby John. So either way, Joanne said that she panicked. She wrapped her baby in plastic and buried him on the farm. And her baby was found on the farm right where she said.
Oh.
the next day on May 2nd, so right after she's arrested.
So is that one of the Clary babies?
Kerry babies.
I'm sorry.
Because they're in Co-Kerry.
Oh, okay. So is that one of the
her
Clary
baby and
babies?
baby John
Oh,
are the
okay.
2 Kerry babies.
The Clary babies, babies Clary. I don't know.
So they found her baby's body,
Mm-hmm.
and Joanne's baby had the blood type O, which was the exact same as Joanne's and the baby's father, Jeremiah. Baby John from the beach had blood type A. And remember, this is the early 80s, so it's before
Yeah.
DNA.
Sure.
So it's pretty clear that Joanne's not the mother, but the Gardaí are not sure.
Oh.
They come up with a theory that Joanne simultaneously became pregnant by 2 different men through what is called superfecundation. I'm probably saying that way wrong. I looked this up. It's essentially where when a man and a woman love each other.
Tell me how this works, Caitlin.
It's essentially where a woman has happy times with 2 different.
Yo, you say fuck every 5 seconds and you can't say sex.
All
Okay.
right. Well, I'm trying to be okay. What
Yes.
the fuck ever. It's essentially where you bang 2 dudes
At the same time?
No.
Oh.
Within, you have sex with
Yes.
one guy, and then a couple days later you
Sure.
have sex. So you get pregnant by the first guy, but and it's very rare, but then you can get pregnant, again, quote unquote. So you can carry 2 babies, but
Hold
they're not
up.
twins.
That's real?
Yes, it's very rare. And I looked it up separately. I went
Whoa,
to.
I didn't know that this could happen. I know you can have 2 uteruses and that sort of thing, but
Well, it's more common in animals. It's super rare in humans. So rare that I looked it up. Like I said, I looked this up on its own for more information because the police were like, clearly she just got knocked up by 2 dudes. There's a 2.4% chance. It's fucking rare.
yeah, because I know kitties and doggies can do that.
Yeah. It's more common with animals. It's super rare with humans. But the police are like, we don't give a fuck. She banged 2 dudes and got knocked up by both.
The
of them.
gonorrhea police, I tell you.
You say fuck every episode and you can't say sex.
I mean,
It reminds me. Do you ever watch New Girl?
yes.
It reminds me of the episode where Zooey Deschanel, who plays Jess, can't say penis, and she's like,
yeah.
"The penis."
Yeah, she can't.
Like she just won't say it.
I'm like, come on, it's a body thing.
Yeah. Anyways, so the police are like, "Fuck science! You had 2 babies and killed them both." So the police believe, the Gardaí believe that both babies are Joanne's, and they say she buried her one baby who probably died of natural causes and then killed baby John.
But why though? Okay.
They also claim, this part's fucking ridiculous, that baby John's blood type could have changed due to decomp. Because we don't know that much about decomp. Maybe he was born with blood type O and it just changed after he died.
What?
Give me a fucking break.
What?
Right.
Get Dr. Bass on the phone. Somebody call Dr. Bass.
But this was enough. Joanne was charged with murder for baby John, but fucking thankfully a judge threw out the case. Thus began the Kerry Babies Tribunal. So still is not over. The tribunal was set up to investigate the actions of the Gardaí in the investigation. But it gets crazier. The tribunal was headed by Judge Justice Lynch. What a fucking name.
What?
His name was Justice Lynch.
Oh my goodness.
Let that soak in.
I mean, if my name were that, I would also do something courtroomy or something. Justice Lynch.
During the tribunal, Joanne and her family claimed that they were coerced and physically harmed by the Gardaí to make them confess. They also said they were harassed and threatened. So they basically were like, the cops fucking bullied us, harassed us, made us confess, and that's why we recanted. Because, her whole family confessed.
Wow.
Pathologist John Harbison spoke about Joanne's baby on the farm, or testified or whatever, and said he was unable to determine cause of death. But our not friend... We hate this guy.
Oh, yeah, we hate him.
From
We're
the beginning,
friends.
we hate him.
And you guys are all of our friends, too. And we already told you, beginning of this episode, if you're a friend, you hate the same people.
Yeah, so we hate Judge Justice Lynch. So
don't like him.
Judge Justice wasn't buying it. He rejected the intimidation and assault claims by the Hayes family. He insisted that Joanne had killed her baby on the farm by choking him to get him to stop crying, even though there was zero evidence.
That sounds like he just made that up.
He did 100% just made it up. Joanne was asked over 2,000 questions during the tribunal. She was asked about losing her virginity.
Excuse me, unrelated.
Oh, keep listening. Not that you have a choice.
I'm listening.
She was asked if she had used her daughter as ammunition against Mary Jeremiah. And I'll get into that more.
Okay.
Like basically like